Namaste France Festival. Namaste France presents a lecture on the rising influence of the soft power of India by Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. We are pleased to have amongst us Dr. Subhash Bhamre, Minister of State for Defence of India, with us today. Kind welcome to you, sir. I now request Ambassador of India to France, His Excellency Dr. Mohan Kumar, to say a few words about our esteemed speaker, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar.
Sri Sri Ravi Shankar needs no introduction, but it is my duty nevertheless to tell some of you as to why we think it is extremely important, and it's a matter of great honor for us to have him here today. For a long time, India has been famous, as Roshni said, for its soft power, for believing in the concept of non-violence propagated by Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, and for a lot of other things. There have been a lot of godmen and spiritual men before. In my humble view, what distinguishes Sri Sri Ravi Shankar from the others before and even after would be the fact that he has tried to put into practice what India has stood for.
I'm glad to be at the residence of our Indian ambassador, who has passionately spoken about, the concept of India, and privileged to be here along with our Defense Minister of State. If you drop the violent path, that is, if you are only for social justice, we are with you, India is with you, Europe is with you, the whole world will be with you. So in the beginning they said, no, you go and talk to the government, tell them to stop. They should do the ceasefire first. We are not going to do it. It will be hypocritical for us to even announce non-violence as our strategy. Well, to cut short the story, the last day, the third day, we had a press conference. They came, to everybody's surprise, they announced unilateral ceasefire. They said we will adopt the Gandhian principle of non-violence, but will stick to our principles, policies, our demands. In the beginning, neither the government nor the press believed that. They said this must be another gimmick. But I tell you, it stood. Their commitment to me stood. And on 9th of July, when I was here in Switzerland, I had a telephonic conversation for the second time with them. And they finally, ceasefire happened from both sides.
I went to places where people needed the more, in jails, hospitals, slums in Africa. And at the end of my travel, I met in India probably the last yoga master alive, which was B.K.S. Iyengar. And I asked him, and I'd like to ask you the same question. He said, I brought yoga around the world, from Japan to Russia, and now I have to bring it back to India because it's getting lost. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we have started that in India. We have done now, we have centers all over India. There are millions of people who are doing yoga. Of course, it's come back.
But I would like to come back on the present. What about this concept of non-violence versus violence? When you are living in a world of violence, for example, you are in a situation where you have violence in front of you, and either someone kills you or kills 50 people, unless you impose this violence, or that person will do. What is the concept for the individual? If I remember, in the Bhagavad Gita, there is this dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, and Krishna is talking about sometimes the necessary violence that an individual has to...
Here I would say a little different. I would say it is not violence but defense. Non-violence does not negate you should have defense. It doesn't say you don't have any defense. No, you be intelligent, have your defense. But non-violent is a state of mind. It's more than an action, it's a state of mind. Violence means you want to harm others with anger, with frustration or something. But if some crazy guy is moving around with guns, I'm not saying be non-violent, just, yes, you are non-violent inside, but you do whatever needed to defend yourself from such crazy events.
Good evening.
Yes.
Who are your main sources of inspiration? Should it be spiritual leaders, authors, philosophers, whatever? Who are your main sources?
I think you should get inspired from everyone. Inspiration is always from within. When you have commitment to do something in life, something in the world, give something to the world back. You can draw inspiration from everything, from everybody around you. Whatever thoughts are coming in the mind, just let them come. Good thoughts, bad thoughts, just let them come.